Great event tonight. Thank you, everyone. Wistia, thanks for hosting. Thanks for the food and drink. So I just got back from Las Vegas this morning. NAB, National Association of Broadcasters, is a lot of interest in 360 video, VR, AR, mixed reality. How do we take it to the next step? That's a good question, and folks like Wistia have some of the answers. I know it. So our company is Boston360.video. My colleague Bob and Luke are over here. So we've been working with 360 video for about a year now, and we've made lots of mistakes and bought lots of gear and dropped lots of GoPros. So what we basically said was, hey, a lot of people are going to be able to do this. There's going to be prosumer cameras. There's going to be very high-end systems. You can imagine the systems they had at NAB. They were just out of this world expensive. You know, put them on center court at the playoff game sort of thing. So that's all coming because it's going to be really easy. So we created a product called 360 e-cards. And so basically what we're doing is we're allowing you to insert your video into a 360 video. So as you know, Facebook, YouTube, other platforms are doing 360 video. It seems to be an arms race between the two big players here. They're introducing cameras, they're introducing software, they're introducing applications, and other folks will get into it. Right now, as I mentioned, the cameras, so we use the camera on the right, the kind of the multi-GoPro thing that's called the Freedom 360 rig, uses 6 GoPros. But on the closer side to me here, you see some prosumer cameras. And these are available now. Kodak, Samsung, Nikon, a lot of 360 video is coming our way. A lot of it's going to be really good. A lot of it's going to be not so interesting. Okay, so 360 video, it's one way, right? You look at it. Maybe you move your phone up. Maybe you move it to the left, move it to the right, look at the floor, right? But we said, how do we kind of do a twist on this? And how do we comment? How do we kind of make it mine, right? And so, and also, you know, if you don't have a camera, how do you kind of get in the game? How do you do something like this? So I'm going to try to pull this cord here. Can I get a hand with the microphone? Okay, so. All right. So I'm gonna just. You're gonna plug in? Yeah, just. Yeah.
Oh, do you have HDMI?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got a YouTube channel, Boston360 Video, hundreds of videos, and we hope to have hundreds of videos on Wistia real soon. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna demo one quick. Do you need audio? No, we'll skip the audio here. So again, we've got a lot of videos on the different sites, YouTube, Facebook, Colorize, that sort of thing. So this is an example of our 360 e-card, and I will find the site here. So basically, videos. Okay, well, let me just show you a couple of things that we've done real quick here. So we've been working at the nuclear fusion lab over here at MIT, and this is it's a pretty interesting little place. Excuse the resolution, it's going to pop in here, but they're trying to mimic the sun, the effects of the sun on Earth, and that's a pretty cool application for showing a very complex, interesting machine. And cool fact, it uses all the power of the city of Cambridge in 2 seconds. to generate a bolt of plasma at 100 million degrees Celsius. So that's big science. And I'm stalling so I can find my video here. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? Forgive me here. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Firefox here. I'll go on that. YouTube. Stream. Oh man. This is what happens when you switch computers, right? Okay, here we go. No. Damn. History. Okay, here we go. Forgive me. So this is, who is this? This is a 360e card. This is, it's a little dark. It's going to pop in a second there. Why isn't it going there? Oh, okay. We'll pop in there. Start at the beginning here. So my background is in photojournalism. I was a photographer for the Boston Globe and the New York Times for many years. So I've spent a lot of time around politicians and chasing them and getting into the crowds and all this sort of thing. So it's natural for me to take our 360 cameras into the political scene. So this is a.
It's not coming out on the screen.
Oh, did I?
Can we plug you right there?
It's not on the screen.
If I stop capturing.
If I F5 or something like that? No, that's.
Sometimes full screen goes different. It's not getting in the projector. Oh, come back? No, I don't see it on the projector. I'm getting it here. Maybe we should just plug it right in. Did it shut off? Is the projector on? Looks like the projector might have overheated. I got a red thing. I got a light there. Huh. Try turning it off and turning it back on. Yeah. In the meantime, I can get a little monitor. Come on, Mike, ad-lib.
Ad-lib, all right. Ad-lib. All right, so just some fun facts. There is an election going on. I believe most of us are aware of that. So I have seen Donald Trump 10 times in person. I've seen Hillary 8 times in person. Bernie 6. Ted Cruz 4 or 5. So we've got some fairly unique content in 360. So the goal there was to kind of show people what it's like to be up close, in the crowd, next to the speaker when they're doing their talks. I'm not going to do my imitations because I know all their taglines at this point, and that would be a huge bore. I know that. So we are still. So you can actually try this. So we've got this kind of demonstration site now, 360e cards. You can go there, choose a video background.
For now, until that thing cools down. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, okay. So who knew you could do 360 video on your phone and just moving it? All right. Did you know you could do it on Facebook and YouTube? And has anyone put their phone into a Google Cardboard or Samsung Gear?
Sure. Yep.
Or even an Oculus Rift sort of thing. So all these technologies are coming online. It is a bit of an arms race, and certainly, Doctor. And certainly, we all absorb more video than we really want to admit we do, and that is part of the play here. So the advertisers are trying to figure out where do you look when you display a 360 ad? How do you interact with it? How can you share it? How can you make it social?
You got it.
All right.
Small.
I can make that. Well, It's a very short video. Can we see that there? Yeah. All right, we'll go full screen. Okay, so thank you, tech support. And we'll get that. All right, so. And the Wi-Fi.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
So you were a professional photographer, and now you're in the 360 video. Did you do flat video in between?
I did 360 still images many years ago, actually. We did a Harvard University's virtual tour back in the late 90s where we stitched photographs together very painfully, 24 frames to make a 360, so that sort of thing. So we tried a lot of different technologies. I kind of left that world for a while, but as you know, video came and it owns the world now. It's eating the world. It's eating all the bandwidth. It's eating all your time.
But it's more the issue of losing that rectangular frame.
Right. So the 360 video, you can look at the ceiling, you can look at the floor, and you can look behind me.
So was that an easy or difficult transition for you?
Well, I go to parties. I'm always looking around. And I was in Las Vegas. I was always looking around here. And I'm going to look at the Wi-Fi now and see if I can get that to work. I'm not quite sure why that's not working here. Let me just refresh here. There we go. Okay. 2 seconds. Are we done? 1 second here. So this is a 360 video from a Bernie rally. Some of you may have been there. There were 15,000 people at this rally in the convention, Boston Convention Center. So what we did was we built a little app, a web app, where you can basically take your video on your phone, record it, hit the upload button, and we dynamically drop it into a 360 video. So this makes it a little bit social. So you could say, hey, I was at that rally, vote for Bernie, don't vote for Bernie, I like the way his hair was combed that night or something like that. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to allow you to create a 360 video, add your kind of social element to it, and then share it and ping it back to other folks. I'm going to spare you the Donald Trump ones, but I want you to go all try a 360 e-card, 360ecards.com. All right.
Got 3 minutes for questions. Anybody? 3 minutes for questions.
While the technical guys get their thing going on here. So, yes.
So did you add, like, one of the things you mentioned was, like, comments, like, how do you comment and something like this? So do you have already something like that for there, or, like, a way for people, like, even if they don't have videos and they annotate?
Right, yeah, so we're looking at different options, so you can just type something in Word and say, field burn, or make America great again. So, and obviously we're not limited by video. So we were looking at 360 Easter bunnies and 360 birthday cards and that sort of thing. So the whole kind of palette of 360 space is available for you to kind of tweak. Yes.
And also just like right, the video there is just kind of floating when you put it in, like could it be like embedded on a screen and like right now you're doing kind of like it's always fixed relative to somewhere.
Right, yeah, so we're looking at different kinds of user interface issues there. I will find Luke in the audience here. He can speak very briefly about how he does this, because I don't know how
you do different masks. So we made individual masks for different videos. So if you make a different mask for video, you can have it stitched into a little screen, or there was one on the we put our travel videos on the front door of TripAdvisor. Right. So those sorts of things. But the idea is that you would be able to get it, make 360 video useful and pragmatic somehow for people to experience different sites and make them their own, have their own claim on it, I feel. So when you have the different masks, you can do it.
Right, so the Oscars happened a couple of weeks ago, so you imagine there were some 360 cameras there. So people can hit the DVR and say, did you see this little clip here where something interesting happen. So imagine that you have a 360 video on the red carpet at the Oscars, and Jeff walks up in a purple tuxedo, and you say, damn, that's a good looking purple tuxedo. So how do you share that? So how do you share that, right? So that's going to be part of the challenge. And then also, how can you just kind of share it and make it personal? So you could say, I love that purple tuxedo, and you could just take a video of yourself and just inject it into that little 360 clip that you shared with a friend. So we're looking at opportunities like that.
We tried to track the space that you're recording in, like, almost like an IR idea where you're tracking exactly where you are to incorporate with the video, or to have essentially there's a projection on the bar borders and everything else in between. It takes up some area of virtual 3D, like, you know, essentially be able to see the geometry of the arena that is being recorded.
I would say that's interesting. Yeah, y'all picture roll all these XYZ coordinates. There's a lot of interesting permutations when you learn how these all. So very quickly, I was in I escaped Las Vegas last night and I swear, all the people were dying at the airport except me. All right, so I think we're wrapped up here. Anyone else?
When you made a blue screen, so you can put your silhouette.
Absolutely. So we're looking at apps where you might take a video of yourself against a neutral background or something like that. Dropped it. We've green screened in Santa Claus and things like that. Last question. Yeah.
What about things like call-outs? You know, like in YouTube now, you can set up a directory for this customer and things like that. Things like that. Call-outs that can be this laptop
The question is, what about things like call-outs?
Right. Yeah.
You know, like you say, change that, it's the nose behind you, turn around.
So directing people and storytelling and capturing people's attentions when they really just want to look at the colorful red bars is very challenging in 360 video. A lot of folks are grappling with that, and that's part of the fun, quite frankly. So we'll leave it at that, and hopefully the video folks are set up. So 360 cars are over in the corner. We're doing some live 360 video stitching, and Jeff, thank you.
Thank you.